Hello. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Today is a great day. Okay, let me share. Book review. Okay. Hello, good morning. Okay. So today is another great day. It's been a long time. I have been away for many weeks. So if you have missed me, I didn't go off doing nothing. I've actually been very busy doing so many things. But we are back live with our biography series. Today we are going to be looking at the biography of Thomas Edison. But before we begin, I would like to share with you some of the things that we've been up to all these weeks that we've not been around. So in August, throughout the month of August, we had a boot camp, a personal development boot camp for super kids, for children between the ages of 6 and 13. It was amazing. We had over 500 children participate in that boot camp. We read 30 inspirational books in 30 days. Amazing, right? Okay. Within the same August, I published my first personal development guidebook. I've published a book before, The Healing Stories. Here. Okay, here. This is the first book that we published, Faith Things publication. Stories of people healed of cancer, tumors, and other terminal diseases, what they did and what you can do. And then it's a 2-in-1 book. There's a healing book behind it, Recreate Your World. And it's been an amazing resource. But in August, we also published this book, Personal Development Guidebook for Preteens, Teens, and Young Adults. This is basically the summary of it. You start by dreaming big, then you're setting goals. You set goals, then you make plans, you get to work, and then you live your dreams. So this is what we've been up to. That is why we've not been here, but we are back here with our biography series, and today we will be reviewing the biography of Thomas Edison. I'm sure a lot of us are wondering, why Thomas Edison? Why Thomas Edison? You're going to learn why by the time we are done with today's review. So before I go on, I want to be sure that this live is also streaming on the book club platform, because I have a lot of invitations there. Don't know how I can find out, but let me see if I can share. Hi, I see you. I see you. So I don't know if it's sharing, but if it's not, if somebody can just help me forward or share the message to Book Review with Ogo Ogbueli platform, because I'm streaming from my profile. So, Thomas Edison, if you're just joining for the first time, my name is Ogo Ogbueli. I am an inspirational reading coach, author, and speaker, and the co-founder of Faith Things Resources, an informal educational company that provides platforms and resources for personal and spiritual development. This platform is a product of Faith Things Resources. This is one of our outreach, platforms where we share information. We encourage people to read more. We connect people to resources. We encourage people to read more, learn more, grow more, so they can become more and have more. So we'll get into the book. So I'm going to share a brief summary of this book. This is a big book. You can see the cover on my page, The Biography of Thomas Edison. It's a big book, but I'm going to share a brief summary of the book, and then I will share my 5 takeaway points from the book. Lessons from Thomas Edison. Being an inventor, says Thomas Edison, is not all about having great ideas. It's mostly about working hard and never ever giving up. Thomas Edison is known as one of the greatest inventors in history. The light bulb, the phonograph, the world's first movie, the stock ticker, the talking doll, more than 1,000 different patents have been named, has his name on them. There is no doubt that Edison had a very sharp mind. But the man who was called a genius by the whole world said his success didn't have much to do with being smart, but it had a lot to do with hard work. And it is true that few people in the world work hard. There are so many smart people in this world. So many smart people, but it's only a few of them that work hard, that we get to see their inventions and their creations and whatever it is that they get to produce, because so many are hardworking, but so many are smart, but a few are hardworking, and Thomas Edison is one of those few. He was known for working half the night and falling asleep at his workbench. If he had a problem to solve, he would skip meals and go on a few hours of sleep for weeks on end. Edison simply never gave up. He would keep working and working no matter how long it took, until he found the best way of doing things. His gift for inventing and his determination to succeed almost went unrecognized. Growing up in the 1800s, Edison had seemed doomed to fail. He had 2 problems that caused him real trouble in school. First, and this is a very, very wonderful part, because I know that a lot of children or a lot of parents are encountering some of this right now, but this is why I chose this book, to be an encouragement to parents and even to children or individuals that have been labeled dull at something or by someone. So first, he was very hard of hearing. This was before hearing aids were invented. Second, he just couldn't seem to focus and sit still. These days, teachers would identify him as having a learning disability, but back then, they just said he was unteachable. So, his mother pulled him out of school at age 10 and set out to teach him herself. She knew her son was much smarter than his teachers thought, and she saw that he never stopped thinking about better ways to solve a problem. In his first job, when he was a teenager, Edison was taught how to use a telegraph. He saw that it could be improved, so he was soon inventing new and better telegraph machines. The perfect example of his approach is his most famous invention, the light bulb. Edison tried more than 1,000 different ways of getting electricity to make light. He refused to stop trying until he found the material that worked. As Edison liked to say, Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. In other words, having a good and a great and a big idea is just the beginning. It's the effort you put behind that idea that gets the result. So this is my brief summary. I skipped, all the history growing up and all that. I just picked a few things from the book to summarize. But here are my 5 major takeaway points. I see you, Auntie. Good morning or good evening. So here are my 5 takeaway points. The first one is, because this is very relatable. My first takeaway point is, what he said, the end of the book, that genius is 1% perspiration, like your big ideas, your dreams. We all have big dreams. We all have big ideas. That's just 1% of the work. Where the work is, the 99% is the work that you put into that dream. So many people have big dreams. If you go out there and speak to an average person, they will share how, something big that they want to do. But how many of these people are actually putting the energy and the effort required to bring this dream to life? That is what Thomas Edison said. It's about 1%. Genius is 1% perspiration and 99%, 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So the effort you put behind the dream should be more than the dream itself. Then my second takeaway point is about labeling children. Oh my God. I think in this part of the world, in Africa, we are very big on labeling children. Like, this one is stubborn. This one, you cannot learn. Big head or something, Even teachers, they have ways of labeling children. Like, you bring a child to a school, and because the child acted in some way, all of a sudden, the child has a name. And once the child is being labeled, it's so difficult to teach that child. Any child that you label as being stubborn, it's so difficult to relate with that child in a better way. So they labeled him because he was hard of hearing and he was very active. I'm sure his brain was always working. Like, I'm sure at school that he saw so many things going wrong and he knew ways to, he knew he needed to figure out ways to sort those things out. That was what made him so uncomfortable. And the teachers just thought that he's unteachable. So labeling children is bad. That's my second takeaway point. We have to find that good thing in a child and focus on it. I have many children and they are all different, in their different ways. There are some that are high flying in academics and everything. And then there are some that are not so, in academics, but in other things, they are excellent. Why would I pinpoint this particular area that this child is not good at and forget the other areas that the child is excellent at? So this also leads me to my third point about the role of parents. I'm so happy that Thomas Edison's mother recognized the genius in her son and decided to pull out the child from the school at age 10. She made up her mind to start teaching the child herself because she knew that there was something about it. She knew her son. She knew that this son, the son had a heart of service. He's always trying to figure out ways to make things better. Every other person couldn't see it, but this is her child, and she observed that. As a parent, one of our major roles is to observe our children, to bring out some of those things, to identify some of those things, those natural giftings that are in them, because everyone has a gift. Everyone, God made sure of it, has a special gift and talent. It could be so obvious, the one that everybody sees. If somebody like Beyonce sings and does it, oh my God, she's amazing. That could be obvious. But there are some that are character gifts. Example, Thomas Edison had a heart of service. This is a character gift. It was that heart of service. Oh, this is another point that I'm giving away right now. It was that heart of service that drove him to work hours on end to make sure that he produced something to better the lives of people, because all his inventions, they were bettering the lives of other people, making things easy for others, making life better for other people. He had the heart of service, and that was what the mother recognized. She knew that this child is always looking for ways to make things better. So the parents, the points in summary is, parents, you should take your time to study your children, because when you're with your children, you're the one that sees things. I remember just a few days ago, before my first daughter went back to boarding school, we were having a book review. We are reviewing my book on the personal development guidebook. I talked about it. We're reviewing it, and there's this particular place, the personal questionnaire section, where they ask you questions about yourself. What are you good at? What are you good at? So I asked her, I said, what are you good at? And she was just smiling and looking at me, and she said, oh, she likes to cook. I said, yeah, I know you like to cook. And then she said she doesn't know anymore. I said, you like to lead. Don't you know that you like to lead? You like to just take everybody along, organize things, let everybody just do what you want and everything. She said yes, that she likes it. I said, now that you know that you like to lead, you have to start learning the skills of leadership, so that you not go about bossing people around and pushing people and forcing them to do, what you want them to do. And we all started laughing because the other siblings were there, and they all agreed, yeah, Blessing likes to, she really likes to lead. And then I turned to my other daughter and said, so what are you good at? She was just looking at me. She couldn't say. I said to her, you like beauty, you like fashion. When I said it, Blessing from the other side said, yes, it's true. And we all laughed, and she laughed and said, yes, that she likes beauty, she likes fashion and everything. As a parent, as we, nurture our children, raise our children, it's also our responsibility to look in and look out for those things. Okay. To look out for those things that are peculiar about our children, and magnify those gifts and let them be aware that this is special about them, and they can grow them and nurture them. Okay, so I want to read a comment. Yes, it's good to be inspired, but that's just the beginning of the matter. But to make something out of nothing, one must sweat. Yes, one must perspire. Yes. So everybody can dream big. It's cheap. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But when it comes to folding your hands and getting into the work, sweating it out, that is where a lot of people back out. So I think I've shared 4 of my major takeaway points. The 5th one is, I shared he had a heart of a servant. He had a servant heart. His motivation, the motivation behind his invention, behind his work, behind everything he did, was to create better life experiences for others, for himself and for others. When he thought about the light bulb, the possibility of having light, he knew that it was a good thing for him and for others. So he worked hours on end, and he already saw it. And that's my 5th point. He was a big dreamer, and he engaged his imagination. He already saw the possibility of light. He already saw it. And there's no way he could have just, backed out of that project. There is no way, because he already saw the light, the possibility of it. So he kept working and working and working, until almost 1,000 times he failed, but he still got it. Now, the final point is that he made a quote. He said, Thomas Edison, he was one that shared this quote. He said, imagination is everything. It is a preview of life's coming attraction. Imagination is everything. Imagination is a preview of life's coming attraction. Before you watch a movie, I don't know if they do it anymore these days, they always show a preview of the movie. They will show you, okay, they call it movie trailer, you just know what is about to happen and what the movie is all about. But that is not the full movie. That is how our imagination is. It's like a preview. It shows you what is coming. This is what you're expecting. When you engage your imagination, you actually go into the future to see things that are not present right now, but could happen. And then the ability to now get to work, to now perspire, to bring those things to life. That is the difference between the inventors and the normal people, or the successful and the unsuccessful people. Dreaming big, anybody can do that, but working hard to bring the dream to life is where, the dividing line is. So these are my 5 takeaway points. I don't know if you found this book inspiring. I found it very inspiring, and I picked a lot of things from it. The mom going through it again, hard work. A genius is not just a person that dreams big, it's a person that works hard to bring those dreams to life. Then the second one is labeling children is not okay. Even if you have to label a child, find out the good points, the good things about the child, and let that be the point of reference, not the negative things. The third point is the role of parents in helping their children identify their gifts and talents. Because when children are young, they naturally exhibit what is on the inside of them. It is when they grow up that people will start telling them, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that, this is not okay, or you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing that. But when they are young, they are naturally expressing that gift and talent. At that point, as a parent, you can capture those things and help them. If they want to deviate, you remind them, remember you love this, remember you're good at this, you're good at that. It will also help in guiding them in choosing their career path, so they don't have to struggle in life. Then the fourth one is Thomas Edison had a servant heart. What all the inventions and everything he created was to make the lives of people better. He had a servant heart. And then finally, he was a big dreamer, and he used his imagination. So thank you. If you're just joining, welcome. You can catch the replay because we are about rounding up. So I want to say thank you. I hope this was inspiring to you. Okay, I want to read this. Parents, especially mothers, are meant to be the living prophet of their children. Example, Moses' mother in the Bible. Yes. Moses' mother knew the future of the child and made sure that, yes, we must learn to recognize and call for greatness in our children. Yes. Thank you so much, Auntie. So thank you. We are going to be calling it a day. I'm happy to be back. I've been off for a long time. I'm happy to be back. So I'm going to be back here again on Thursday with another wonderful book, another faith book, a faith book to review this time. On Tuesdays, we review success books, and on Thursdays, we review faith books. So I will see you on Thursday. Thank you, and keep reading, keep learning, keep growing, and keep being the best. Bye.